I guess for many parents watching and listening, they'll be thinking, right, what should I be looking out for? Because clearly, you know, a strep throat, a sore throat is quite a common occurrence. What happens to make it become more serious and put your child's life in danger?
So let's first, for the benefit of our viewers and listeners, explain what are the pertinent signs and symptoms of a strep A throat. So it goes like this. You have a high temperature, you're unwell, your whole body is aching. Number two, you have extremely painful lymph gland nodes here in the neck. Number three, your tonsils may look red, raw and angry. They may have an exudate. The roof of your mouth may also be red, raw and may have a few white patches. Third, fourth, you may have a tongue that is red, raw, and often looks like a strawberry. And then one more thing, you have a rash that starts in the groin, goes up the trunk, down your arms, and it looks like sandpaper, feels like sandpaper. So if you have 1, 2, or 3 of those signs, it is highly indicative of a strep infection. You should talk to your doctor and take those antibiotics.
And how quickly do those symptoms actually develop, particularly the rash, which is obviously very often the warning sign?
Well, unfortunately, these signs and symptoms can develop very, very quickly. Right. So that watchfulness is very important. You just don't sit on it. So these are young children, remember. So things happen very, very quickly. So again, my other piece of advice is don't sit on it. You know, if you think this is happening, then call your doctor, act fast, act early, rather than saying, let's see what happens.
Yeah. OK. Now, what is your view about the suggestion that many of the kids could have lost their natural immunity because of lockdown, that quite often their bodies can fight off these things in normal circumstances?
Well, let me put this myth to bed if I can.
Yeah.
And look, the real things are real, common things are common, and we should be sensible about these things. So in 2022, we're out and about. We are not taking infection control measures like we did in the last 2 years. Yeah. And we're mingling with people. And then we've got viruses out in circulation. That's COVID. We've got influenza out in circulation. And then we've got this strep in circulation too. So all those common reasons are the reasons why we are seeing this upsurge in number of cases, rather than our immunity has been weakened because of isolation. Put that to bed. There is no evidence that the immunity has been weakened because of isolation.
Got it. OK. But as you said, the watchword is keep an eye on the kids. And if you really are starting to worry about temperature and rashes, get hold of medical assistance as soon as possible.